IT is one of the few professions that if you stopped working for even a few years, you can be irrelevant. Some people I tell that to and they say that sounds like a nightmare. I would like to just at some point be graduated from what I'm learning, and I would like to just do what I'm doing. But I think that the other side of that is the positive that we always get to learn. So this company was founded in 2005. I started buying it in 2009, and I made payments out of the income of the company. And in 2012, we landed a contract that we really had no right to land. As soon as we got it, we figured out that you can talk about IT all you want, but if you can't actually show the root of what's going on there, and if you can't talk at a level that a business person understands it, then it's not going to be that successful. And I think our ability to explain that at a more functional level has been very effective. So one of the things that I tell every employee that I have is that if you give me a few years, the greatest ways that I can know that they're going to be better off is through education. They're going to have certain certifications, they're going to have certain things under their belt. When I hire technicians, we do personality tests, and we know that they're going to be smart, but we know we can train them. It's better actually that they have a great personality. Part of the reason why that's important is because when you're explaining to somebody why it's important not to store your password somewhere where it's unencrypted, or have your password be password. Nobody really understands why their password has to be harder, or why they need two-step authentication. And really the only way to progress them through that is through stories. Usually through a story of another organization that's failed to at least pick somewhere on the line can be very effective. Training's really important because I'm actively having conversations about this technology with clients. A lot of different schools of thought out there as to if certifications are important or not, if they mean anything, but I can tell you that the certification will lay the foundation for the best practices that will then allow that person, at least in this organization, to get the experience. But one of the neat things about graduated or older individual that's been in this for a while is that I can afford to have CBT Nuggets for my employees. To me, that's kind of a full circle thing, and it's really cool. So, and actually I have a few employees that have known CBT Nuggets for quite a while, and the idea that we give them CBT Nuggets as part of their learning is they see that as a premium benefit. There are some really great trainers. I personally have done a lot of Keith Barker's stuff, and he's really good at breaking things down to a level that you can understand and doing it in a funny way so it doesn't just become boring. Validated minutes are really cool for me as an employer because I get to see what my employees have done and make sure that they're still actively engaging. I think that the practice tests can really be great. These are practice tests that I normally had to purchase, and they're just provided as part of it. And then actually a newer thing that we did was there was like a coach. So I have a coach now, and it's the funniest thing. He's like a carefree guy, and I'm like stressed out, and we talk, and he's like, "Hey man, you're doing awesome. Have a good day today. You just passed your stuff." And it just makes me like slow down for a moment and be like, hey, I do get to celebrate. I passed another test. It's fantastic. The reason why I train is because I am consistently talking about different technologies that are cutting edge and new. And so it is important that I not only very much understand the fundamentals, and sometimes I have to go back and re-go over that, but also I need to understand the new technologies coming out. And other people in the industry that I've talked to, that they don't really invest in education or certifications, and their fear is that they're going to train someone up to a point that they're going to be stolen away, that they can use those new skills to leverage a job for higher pay that you just paid to invest in them. I mean, if you don't train them, what do you have? It seems like that's the worst scenario. You have an employee that doesn't know anything, and you're stuck with them. I think I'd rather they train and I get them in a growth phase where they're learning and they can help my environment, and they can go off to some other organization and do even better. So given the alternative, I think I'd rather just we all train and get smarter.